And welcome back to Up the Villa podcast, and welcome to Avfc Daily News, your daily dose of Villa news. Sometimes you'll have two. I think, yes, did you have two yesterday? Yeah, you had the first episode and you had the McGinn one. So yeah, you had two yesterday. You got one so far today. But I really want to bring you something so interesting today, and you're going to love it. And it stays on the lines of Chris Heck. Now, I was sent this video by a Villa fan, Richie. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for sharing it with me. And I was gripped for 40 minutes. 40 minutes of listening to Chris Heck. And it was absolutely fantastic. Now, it really does tie in with the lines of the badge. Now, I really want to move on from this badge, but this video has popped up and it's really gave a little bit of context to the decision, I think. And we're only hypothetically thinking that he was the driving force behind not going full board with the badge, the branding. And this video that you'll watch, I think will show you why. And I'll show you why with the 76ers badge as well in a second. But it's so gripping. He talks about the story of the 76ers, the branding behind it, the vision of it when he went in there. And it's absolutely amazing. So go and have a look at this video after you've watched this video on YouTube. So what you want to do is on YouTube, you want to type in Chris Heck on brand, Philadelphia 76ers on brand, and that's the video, and it is absolutely amazing. If you can't be bothered to watch the video, I'll tell you a little bit about what is going on in the video now then. So, bit of a backstory. He went into the 76ers and the branding was a complete mess. The kit looked boring. The badge looked clunky. The club as a whole, I think, do they call them clubs? I think they might call them clubs. So I'm going to call them a club. The basketball team as a whole was not as advanced as Aston Villa. So in this video, he talks about like improving the locker system, improving the training facility, improving so many things that we are a lot more elite. So what he had to do when he went into the 76ers was completely transform the actual team, the off-field team. At Villa, he won't have to do that. We have a brilliant stadium. We have a brilliant training facility. We do a lot of things right. But I think for him now coming into Villa, it will be like fine-tuning those brand things, not a complete overhaul. When you watch this video, you'll resonate with what I'm basically saying. So what he wanted to do is he split the start into like three parts. So his start is split into rebuilding our brand, he called it. And the three things that he put into rebuilding our brand, so which is the 76ers, is history, quality, and authenticity. Those three things are what he modelled the rebranding of that club in. And he really spoke about the history side of things. And because they were a team that weren't technically doing that great, he wanted to go back in time to resonate and create a story. And he really wanted to tell this story. So the whole team had a background story that they would then sell the story. So they all would practice the story and they would all know the story. So everything was in line and the story could be told. So I really like that. And I think when we were speaking a couple of days ago about how we're perceived in different countries, we're perceived as a brand, that all comes in with how the story is and how you look at a badge and resonate with that badge and resonate with that team. And you know that story. So if you can sell the story, then everybody's from the same page. But he really spoke about the badge and how he wanted it to be simpler, simpler, and simpler. Now, I'm going to show you the badge of what they had before he came. So this is really important as well, is that this badge here with the basketball, the little sort of stars, and then the 76ers in the middle, that was the logo. And I think this one as well, I think this was the logo as well. I think it might have started with that, then they transformed it to that, and then finally they finished their logo with that. So that is now their current logo. So you can see that it's really, really simple but effective. And the brand image of, say, what it was in the past, you could look at that and think, potentially, that's Villa's badge now. That's Villa's round badge now. It's probably what the 76ers had years and years ago. And that's what they've got. So he has changed the brand image to look more like that. So in my head now, I'm starting to think of when Villa will just have that lion on its own. You know, you see on a lot of the building work for the new North Stand, wasn't it? That there was just a standalone lion. That the commercial directors at the club always wear those blazers just with that lion. So I don't know, but I would imagine the badge is going to not look like an actual badge come the end of this. I think it's going to look more like a lion with maybe an AV, or maybe it's just going to say AV. I don't know. But it's got me thinking. But it's really, really interesting how he talks about the branding and how they want it to resonate with the fans. He also talks about the badge being simple and clear. And then he also talks about how he would brand the club with the millennials. So the millennials would think that the brand is really cool as well. And he also subconsciously, which was really, really interesting, and we have kind of done this. So this is what I was saying earlier about we're a bit more ahead of like where they were. They created a bit of a strap line. Now, if I had to think of Villa with a strap line, it would be part of the pride. That would be our strap line, created by the club, and socials and fans run that strap line. So subconsciously, the club puts something out, the fans run with that line. He created a line of trust the process. Now, we've all heard that before, haven't we? Like, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. I quite like that line, to be fair. I wouldn't want us to use it. But, you know, he really talks about social media, fan groups, and the fans running with this strap line. So the 76ers gave the fans trust the process. And then the club supported the fans with this line. And then in unison, that became their sort of mantra that they worked towards. On the pitch, sometimes it weren't working out. Trust the process, trust the process. And then they weren't in the playoffs. Then they became a playoff club. And then they became a club that was challenging for the NBA league in their conference. So, honestly, it's really, really good. He speaks about that when he took over, it was worth 300 million. And then now the value of it was 200 billion. So really, really good. And I just sort of wanted to point you guys in this direction. Have a look, have a watch. You'll get a little bit more of an understanding about what he's like, his personality. He's quite witty, quite funny, really engaging. He kept my attention for 40 minutes, which is really good. So, yeah, it's just really good. I just want to highlight and show you and push you guys into the direction. So go on YouTube, type in Chris Heck on brand, and you'll be able to find that video. Really, really good. And let me know what you think of it. Let me know what your thoughts are. You'll be able to really resonate, I think, with some of the stuff that he says, and you can get a bit of an understanding, because when these people come into Villa, you don't really get to see much about them. You don't really get to see what they're about. But this was brilliant. So with all that done, we've got some other news. We mentioned yesterday from an MLS source that Villa were interested in Tyler Adams. It came out that Greg Evans, the Athletic, were talking about Tyler Adams. Aston Villa are in talks with Tyler Adams. You guys know I rate Tyler Adams. I know some of you are out there and I know you're saying now, but we need better than that. We need like Goncalves. Look at what Newcastle are doing. Honestly, we can still have that. We can still have those players coming in. We can still go big for players. But Tyler Adams, I'm telling you, Villa fans, is a brilliant central midfielder. I'm putting my neck on the line, on the block, on the chopping board. And I'm telling you, I rate Tyler Adams. He's a good footballer. And he will offer something different to Villa. We're stacking out that midfield. Nakamba, Sanson, Dendonka look like they're going to be going. Tyler Adams would be an upgrade on any of those, in my opinion. He would be an upgrade on any of those. Add something completely different as well. And he can slot in to multiple positions, i.e. right back. So, one to keep an eye on, Tyler Adams. I really like it. I think he would be a really welcomed addition to our squad. I'm still absolutely buzzing about McGinn. Absolutely buzzing. I loved doing that episode yesterday with Justin. Absolutely loved it. You know, his journey and everything like that. I was really loving life talking about John McGinn yesterday. So, yeah, absolutely loving it. So, have we got any more news? I don't think we have. Another little, and I am going to go there, a little disclaimer about Transfer Hub and AVF news and everything like that, is that I had someone on Twitter yesterday saying I'm clickbaiting and saying that I am creating nonsense and pretty much rubbish and whatever. Basically, can I just explain what clickbait is? Clickbait would be me now coming up with a story and a title to a video saying Aston Villa bid for Lionel Messi. And when you get into the video, I talk about nothing to do with Messi coming to Aston Villa. That's clickbait. Now, what we are is a living, breathing fan channel. So anything to do with Aston Villa, you will find it on this channel, right? And if I see a rumour from a journalist linking a player to Aston Villa, I am entitled to react to that video and to react to that rumour. And if I think that player is super credible, then I will create a transfer hub on him. I didn't create a transfer hub on Chiesa because I didn't think it was a legitimately great rumour and I can't see him coming to Villa. So I didn't do it. And I even said I wasn't feeling Chiesa coming to Villa because I don't buy the link. So I react to the rumours that the journalist writes. I don't write these rumours and these links. I'm reacting to them. So, unfortunately, if you've got a problem with it, then tough. I'll create whatever content I want to create. It's my fan channel and I can create what I want to. So, I've had a bit of a rant, but if you're going to come at me with ridiculous things, then unfortunately, I'll call it out. So, there we go. Settled that one. There we go. Up the Villa.